Hello, hello. You know when everything freezes just before you go live? Live video is starting. Yay! Hello, hello. Just that bit where it freezes before it goes live. How are you all? Let me just turn my phone off. We made it here. Full moon energy. Full moon energy for sure. And the equinox, the change of seasons tomorrow. Really happy to be here with you, really happy to be here with you today. And do not let this candle and this piece fool you. It's been chaos, so I don't know how you are feeling this morning. Just arrive, just land. All of you is welcome. Let everything else that is going on out there just go on out there. This is why we keep coming together. This is why we keep coming together to lean into this space so we can continue to nourish and welcome all these parts of us home. So if you are here, please say hello, say hi, let me know where you are in the world. Yeah, what times we are in. And we know our healers and light workers feel they're here to serve everyone for everything all the time and hide away. Well, no more. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. You're in the right place. So I keep sharing. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I am Parish, for those of you that don't know me, the keeper of the Diamond Heart Healing Technique. And I support spiritual entrepreneurs to increase their self-worth so that they realize that they are enough without needing validation from another healing modality or certificate, so that they can really get visible when they're feeling super confident, really get visible with who they're here to align with. So that can show up in different ways. And also get super confident charging for their services, because what we do is so needed right now, and it is so powerful. This work is so powerful. I'm encouraging you. I've been witnessing this. I continue on my journey. I'm witnessing healers thriving and sharing their gifts and really stepping out. And it's all the inside work. You know, you've seen me on my journey, those of you that know me. It's all the inner work for me to be here to come and continue showing up, even when this morning I won't even bore you with the details. But yeah, it's the moon, the perimenopause, the change, the teenage, it's everything. So I'm so happy to be here, because my real job is to guide healers out from hiding, coming out from hiding, share who they be in this world so that they can shine, they can really shine with confidence and be that lighthouse there. They're just shining and people come to them, and they're not the helicopter running around trying to rescue people. And I've been the helicopter. I've been the helicopter. I got told from my teens that stop like fussing, but they've not been very well. So I've been trying to get them, but they know best. They know best. Sometimes they know best. So this week's guidance, I'm just going to see who is here. Let me see who's here. If anyone wants to say hello, I know sometimes you can be shy to say hello and how you're feeling. Just put it in the comments. Before I dive in with today's session and share a little bit of story and lessons that I learned at the weekend, October the 11th is a date for your diary. It is the next high value, no cost retreat for 7 days, an hour each day on Zoom. So if you don't know me, it's a great way to get to know me that little bit more, so we get to know each other that little bit more, and you get to know each other in our community that little bit more. Meeting on Zoom, and if you've been to the other 2 retreats, they've been so beautiful. The energy in there is so gorgeous, so supportive, and you can really practice on being yourself and sharing your gifts. You know, some of these, I remember myself, I didn't want to share what I did or saw or could do, and yeah, I really want you to use this space to lean in, because it's all practice. All this is all practice all the time. So we'll be diving deeper into what we're doing today, which is the 4th, I think, in the series of how to be in your power. But put the date on your diary, put it in your Google Calendar. I'll put the link in. You can register. because you can help you really decide and design your offer. Yeah, anchoring the decisions. You know, I keep seeing there is no plan B. This is plan A. This is it. This is the work. This is from your heart, and design your life and work balance. And you really get to do the inner work to make that happen. You really get to do the inner work. So the first day is such a great day to be there. It really anchors in why you keep showing up and why we keep doing this work. And that is super, super important, especially when on days when you want to look at the plan B and then, no, got to stay focused. Trust your intuition will be really releasing the subconscious patterns from yourself that are keeping you stuck from your higher potential. So yeah, a lot of the stuff going on can be in your, you know, it's unconscious behavior. So you sometimes in this space, it just like you just get the aha moment, you know, when you're like, why didn't I see that? So really trust your intuition. We'll be asking for guidance from your archangels and your ancestors and all spirit, how you connect to spirit, how you relate to God of your own understanding, the universe, source, however that comes for you. Will be really connecting in with that space. It'll be such a sacred space, and the time, giving yourself the time to do that. And we'll move through some abundance blocks on what is holding you where you are and you want to just break through to the next level. And we'll also be meeting a very wise part of yourself, which is your medicine woman. And she's super, super powerful. She's always here. When I come on live, I'm like, okay, come on, Diamond Heart Healer, you take over, you come in, you step in, you know, give Nicola a rest. And she's got like this power and this energy I can tap into, and let her lead and let her connect. So you can really come and get the most out of the week. I'm not doing another one this year. It's the last one this year of no cost. So I really want you to make the most of it. So I'm going to just check. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Katerina. How are you feeling? I'd love to know how you're feeling. How's this new moon showing up for you? I'd love to know. And today's session, creating with the innocence of your inner child. Just so gorgeous. I don't think the card come with me, but just so gorgeous, the innocence. And it really has made me smile on how I set off on this journey 7 years ago of, you know, opening a hands-on healing business and then just keep growing. If I'd have known, if you'd have told me back then how difficult this is, I wouldn't have set off. I really, really wouldn't have set off. The innocence of myself back then, 7 years ago, of not knowing and allowing the desire to serve, to lead me, has me getting out of my own way time and time again. Like, you know, it's incredible. And I shared in my email, if you want to sign up to the email each week, drop me a DM. That I climbed Snowdon on Friday. I've given it away really, but I wanted to treat my husband. He always organises everything, and I wanted to give something back to him. So I planned this day of climbing this mountain. I thought it would do him good. And we had a night in a hotel. We spent the night away, which I was, you know, after being in lockdown with the children and no space, and just having, even on holiday with the children, this was nice, just for me and him. When I set off 7 years ago, my idea was that he could let go of his work and my work could take over. And that's not materialised, but this fact that I could book this night and arrange the night and just all the love I put into it is like a milestone for me. It's like a super milestone for me. So if that resonates, if you've ever felt like that, it's just so just a little bit further on than when I was 7 years ago. But what I didn't know about the climbing the mountain was that the mountain walk was for myself. It was for me, and of course Andrew, but Mother Earth had a super, super lesson for me. And yeah, planning the trip, it felt like much as when I set off doing this work. Planning the trip, organising, the excitement, setting off, and the laughter and teasing, you know, are we going to get up there? Are you fit enough? I didn't know what was in store. I was so excited. And I was, I can climb a mountain. I didn't for 1 minute think I couldn't. And then, yeah, you've guessed it, the first few 10 minutes in is so steep. If you've ever walked Snowdon, I'd love to know. It's a mountain in Wales, which is about an hour and a half drive from me. It's probably one of the closest ones, but it was really, really steep. And a lot steeper than I imagined, a little bit like this journey. And I began to panic. I began to not breathe, really short breaths, and my lungs filled up. And I was like, have I miscalculated my strength and energy? What if I can't go any further? The day's ruined. We're going to have to go back home. And I'd kind of projected all this kind of fear. What if I didn't make it to the top? And I really let my mind take over. And I guess that's what some of us can do. I know I've done that in many mentorship programs I've been in. I can't do this, I can't breathe, I can't carry on. And a pep talk from my husband was, what am I measuring success as? What are you measuring success as? And it was just this aha moment of that the fear of failure was running through my system. And at first, I thought I had to get rid of it, had to get rid of the fear of failure, but I'll talk a bit more about that. But it was just allowing that fear of failure to be in my energy field, into my system. I've done all this work, I shouldn't be fearing failure. That's rubbish. It's going to be there. It's going to be there on every Facebook Live, every email you send out, every, once you get practice, you move past it, but maybe the next mentorship program you step in, or the next task you're guided to do that brings up the fear. The fear of failure can be there quite often. And what my husband shared was the fact that we got to this far was an achievement. We'd set off, we'd planned it, we'd had the idea, we got there. And I began to smile because I share these words in the mentorship program. I've heard these words shared, and he's like, there's no rush. We get as far as we get. There's no competition. I was like, oh gosh, my own medicine being given to me. So he held out his hand, which was really beautiful, and I took it. I'm learning to receive support. It comes in lots of ways. There's always more love to receive, always more of something. And we carried on, and I really did focus on the very next step, even the teeniest, tiniest steps. If anyone saw my post on the shoes that I'd ordered for the children for going back to school, I'd ordered a size 6 baby shoe for my 15-year-old daughter that caused much amusement, and those were the size of the steps I was taking up the mountain. And this is the innocence of setting off, of the child's curiosity, your inner child's curiosity, and exploration, like trying to find world into our world. And this is why on all our activations we've been doing, even as I'm talking, we're activating, the words are activating. Your inner child may be just becoming a little bit closer to you. She may be fully present in your heart. There may be parts of her that need some love and attention, or some wisdom she's got for you, or he's got for you. And just being in this energy, this 8-week series, is being in her energy, and just, it's like setting a reminder, oh, she's coming back. Your inner child, like, oh, she's here again. She's here to check in with me. So, yeah, it's just such a beautiful, and little Nicola, I've been checking in with her, how she's feeling, and she's like, oh, it's getting a bit boring again. You're doing too much adult stuff. Can we bring some bit of fun and joy in with it? And yeah, the attitude, it's that kind of, and then when I do check in with her, she's good to go, and she wants to come along for the ride. I think that's what it is. But the fear of failure can keep her, it keeps us as adults pretty stuck. And the key in climbing the mountain, so we did get to the top, was the teeniest, tiniest steps, focused on the next boulder. I would just look down and kept going, and it was really beautiful when we got to the top. I'll share some photos. I look quite bedraggled, not like the photos you want to share, but I will share them. And it was just such a gift from the earth that we're always receiving this. And I've not tried to get rid of the fear of failure. I was like, okay, what have you taught me? And you've taught me how to be resilient, how to keep showing up, even when you could only see the next step. So even if I could only see next week's Facebook Live, I'm here, you know. And tomorrow I'm holding a beautiful visioning workshop for the group, for the Home of the Diamond Hearts mentorship. And that's why we're on a Tuesday, not on a Wednesday. And yeah, it's just keep taking those next steps and seeing where that leads you to. So I'd love to know where your next step is. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Lauren's been feeling a little bit lost, but yeah, a bit more positive today. I think that full moon. I'd love to know what your next baby steps feel like, if you want to share in the group, or what guidance you're ready to take that is bringing up a lot of fear of failure, maybe. Just have a little feel into that if you want to share, or journal around that. But just know when that comes up, sit with it, you know, they say sit with it and just see what it's teaching you, in that moment. And yeah, I always say this, it's time to now just drop in. We've got a few minutes. It just felt such a powerful message that I was wanted to share with you, because it's so much like this journey where whatever step you're on, wherever you are on your healing path, it's going to feel like that at times. It's going to feel like that at times. And just the pause and taking the breath, which we're going to do now, will help you keep moving. And that's why I'm here, to help you keep moving. So I'm going to invite the energies in. They're already here. But feeling your feet on the ground, if that's available to you. And dropping your eyes, lowering your gaze, or closing your eyes, just putting all the distractions from this morning to one side and all the to-do list. Just allow your body to pause, to rest, to restore itself. We're relaxing the nervous system. We're checking in. Just take those few deep breaths in and out through the nose, or out through the mouth with a sigh, if that is something available to you. Another big deep breath in. And another big deep breath in through the nose, breathing in all the way down through your heart, your stomach, your womb, your yoni, connecting to the earth. And then out through the mouth with a sigh, a sound. And then just bring your breathing back to its natural rhythm, in and out through your nose. Any more clearing breaths? I'm feeling there's a few more breaths that might need to be taken, deeper breaths in and out. Just allow your body to navigate this moment, do what it needs to do. You might want to move your shoulders. But really feel that connection from where you are sat on the chair. Feeling that connection to Mother Earth, feeling her support, knowing that you are grounding in your roots, this intelligent root system you have. The more grounded, the more connected to the earth, the easier it is for the guidance to come through. The guidance come through in the rest. And you know, by going this little bit slower, as with all children, going slower, you get the time to listen, go at their pace, appreciate what you can see, be really curious about all what the world has to offer. I love it when my nephew looks at a worm and we can spend an hour just looking at a worm, all the soils is coming to mind, or just looking at a stone, marvelling at a stone. And of course, life right now especially can take over, but it's this pause of coming back to create with this part of you, this inner child, this little you, And just acknowledge where she is. Just acknowledge where she is right now. Where she is exactly where she needs to be. She may be, just let her be where she is. And just let her know that you're here. That you're here at this time to check in with her, to listen to her, to hang out with her. And just ask her how she's feeling. Just ask her how she's feeling. And if she hasn't already, if you want to ask her if she would like to hold your hand, sit on your knee, come a little bit closer. If she wants to take a walk to a very sacred part of yourself, your heart space. Take a few steps down the beautiful garden path. She may be happy and chatty and filling you in on lots of things that have been going on for her, or she may be grumpy, annoyed, a bit quiet, a bit within. All of that is welcome. We don't need to change how she is. We're just listening. For now, we're just listening. And as you take another step down towards your heart space, this beautiful garden path with all the flowers, your favourite flowers and trees, and the colour of the path. I often see it as the yellow brick road. It can be any colour, just taking another step down in towards your heart space. And as you take the last step down into this gorgeous space, there comes an opening, big grass opening with a very large tree in the centre of this beautiful garden in front of your heart, your palace, your house. This is where only you can visit. This is the space where only you can create. You can bring all the parts of you here to feel like home. But just notice the tree. There's a large tree. Notice what the weather is doing. Is it warm? Is there a breeze? Just allow yourself to take this little part of you to sit by the tree. You may want to lean on the tree, lean your back on the tree and feel the support. And again, just check in with how she's feeling and what is it she would like to do? What guidance does she have for you? What would she like to create? Is there something she would like more of? Is there something she'd like less of? And just holding you in this deepest space of your love for yourself and this inner part of you, knowing that you are deeply held by the earth and deeply held by all your spirit team, your guides, your angels, your ancestors. They're all holding you in this beautiful energy, this divine bubble of love. You spend a few moments listening to her. listening to her needs first. This is always the foundations of your work, listening to her first and her needs. And if there is any thing that is coming up that needs extra support, please reach out. Please reach out to a professional. If that is the case, please reach out on DM, direct message, or share in the group. Support is there in the group if you feel called for that. And when she's ready, she may want to go and play. She may have already gone and played or gone somewhere else or dancing. Often when we communicate with children, you notice as soon as they have what they need, they're gone. And if she wants to stay a bit longer, just invite her in to your heart space and tell her that you are grateful for the wisdom she's shared with you, super grateful, and that you're here to listen to her. It's a part of you that you can come back to, and yeah, any guidance or wisdom she's shared with you, if you can put that into tangible action, and then see what unfolds when we kind of take this action first, because it's always a little bit opposite to what we think as adults, or you think from the mind that we should do. Sometimes it can quite different from that. And as she comes into your heart, or allowing her to have that freedom, just thank her, check in if there's anything else she needs. Tell her you'll be back. It's time now to go back up through the path, leaving the tree behind you and the garden, knowing that this is your space, this is your beautiful space, your heart space, and you can come back at any time. And as you take each step back up the staircase, this path, the golden path with all the flowers at the side, maybe here the birds or the sky may be a little bit darker than it was when you set off, and just another step up on this path. We're going to come back up into the body. A very gentle session today, gorgeous, gentle energy. We're going to take 3 breaths to acknowledge that we're coming back up from the heart space into the body. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, back up into the body, back up the beautiful steps, this beautiful path, coming back up into the body. Another big deep breath in through the nose, and another big breath into the body, breathing in, back up into the body, feeling where the feet are, feeling where the chair is, knowing where the windows and the door before you started this beautiful healing activation to connect with your innocence of your inner child, bringing all the wisdom that she shared with you. You may want to bring some movement back into your body, back to stretch, and bring your hands together, rub some heat into your hands, and when you are ready, gently open your eyes. Such a gentle session there today, and yeah, it's quite powerful. It's quite powerful connecting with this part of you. It's been a big part of my journey. It's a gorgeous space to hold that, and just allowing that part of you what she needs. I can feel, yeah, just come around. It's nice to gorgeous. Katrina's saying she feels quite alone at the moment. I am good. It's good I'm with her hearing this. Yeah, it's a practice. It's another self-love practice of bringing that part of you home and anchoring in something that you can recognize when so I have Ralph when I see him, and he kind of tells me you're getting too grown up. You've not been playing with me. I kind of say, oh, come on, let's get the ball and bring some play and some fun and just run around. And sometimes it's not easy, you know, sometimes it's not easy because, oh, I've got things to do. that resistance can be there, you know, that resistance can be there. But I always know now with practice, like meditating or yoga, you always know when you do it, oh, you feel better and the resistance kind of dissolves. Because there's usually another emotion going on underneath that resistance, you know, like the fear of failure or the fear of whatever the fear may be. But it just lifts, it's some way to lift. So I'd love to know if there is any guidance. You can continue to share in the comments below. Is everybody okay now? I always like to check in. You can just put a thumbs up if that's okay. Just put a thumbs up. Yeah, because it's such a delicate part, you know, it's such a delicate part of you. My little Nicola's needed a lot of attention, And if you want to go deeper, if you do want to go deeper with the work, Home of the Diamond Hearts is still open, so you can still join the group program. And I have one space. I have one space left for one-to-one this year. Which is great news for me, but there is only one space left. So some of the work you may not want to share in a group, and this is why I offer a free connect call, so we can see, you know, you don't make the decision, or I don't. We kind of see what is available to you at this time. And it may be the group is somewhere you can come out and share and practice, or there may be some deeper inner child work that we can do in a one-to-one. I know sometimes that's quite nice to get to the root. We really get to the root and heal that. So of what stuff it's usually, because this is where the visibility, I found where my visibility blocks was. It was little Nicola going, no, I need that attention. So the more attention she gets, the more, you know, then my emails flow or my writing flows or my connection in social media or, you know, not got that fear of being visible anymore as such. You know, I'm not saying it goes forever, but it does get easier. It does get easier. And you've all got so many beautiful gifts to share. And yeah, oh, that's funny. I love that. Thank you. Everyone's okay, so the thumbs are up. I'm laughing. That should probably gone as well. So yeah, we've got to the time. We're on time. Have a beautiful full moon. I think it was last night. It definitely woke me up at 5 o'clock to tell me to keep going, keep showing up. You are loved. You are deeply, deeply loved. More than you know. And that's my greatest lesson that I want to share from you. The fear of failure. None of us, you know, are failures at all. The fear is always worse. So keep going. And hopefully you can make the retreat. Yeah, it'd be so good to have you there. And yeah, keep peeling back these layers. I look forward to the next session. Next week, we'll be back to Wednesday next week too. Anything else here? I know when I'm coming to the end because I start to sing. Okay, sending lots of love. Mwah. Love you all. Bye for now. And I can never find